I don't know what's going on with my stuff.
We was playing our best football. We should have capitalized on it in OT, but we didn't. Here we are with a loss.
Caleb had some throws today, especially that one to you 27 yards to set up the game tying kick with 3 seconds left. Was there some heat on that?
Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on, man.
you take away from those final 2 drives of regulation to get into overtime?
We was playing our best football. We should have capitalized on it in OT, but we didn't. Here we are with a loss.
Caleb had some throws today, especially that one to you, 27 yards to set up the game-tying kick with 3 seconds left. Was there some heat on that play? Describe that play.
Well, how you threw the ball?
What's going on, everybody? I'm G Walker, the CNG Podcast. Welcome to the CNG Podcast post-game show of the Minnesota Vikings with our player Gary Show. We will be with you guys shortly. We're just giving the audience a chance to come in, and I got my dog with me, Alan.
Yeah, you definitely think it's some special is about to happen. And when we got that and we went to overtime, you was like, dang, we about to win this game. And then they don't come out that way, and you back here asking me why we losing again.
Did the passing game kind of look like the template you guys imagined going into the season, where a bunch of guys are involved, it's high volume?
Yeah, I mean, at any point in time, any of us can be involved, but today all 3 of us was involved and made positive plays today, and I mean, that's what we look forward to.
Seems like Thomas has been able to get the ball in your hands a lot near the line of scrimmage. Just what's that kind of change been like for you? Has it felt like a change, and what's helped that be successful?
Nah, I don't feel like no change. I just, once the ball get in my hand, is go time. I just can't have a negative play.
Yeah, what's up, Marshawn? They let another game slip, bro. Let me know if you can hear me, man. We're going to get to you just a second.
That's probably the best thing to do for a positive play.
What about the throw? What did you think happened on that play? What did you see?
With Rome? I don't know. I seen him coming. I tried to get it to Rome or get a PI and got neither. So go back and got to work on my QB skills.
I know that we've asked you similar questions, but you guys kind of shake your heads with all the different ways that you guys have been losing this year, whether Hail Mary or block kicks. And now
Yeah, because we're losing in almost the most unreal situations. It's like, all right, now it's like the luck got to go in our favor at some point. So hopefully it's starting on Thanksgiving and we can have a nice meal coming back.
DJ, what do you think of the game plan to handle their pressure?
I think we did pretty good. We got the ball out quick and got it.
See on your touchdown.
I was about to say we're touchdown, but I mean, it was just a screenplay. Just had to maneuver. Everybody was on their guy, so it was almost a walk-in. But I think somebody touched me, but so it wasn't a walk.
Do the weird losses at least make you guys feel like you're better than your record, better than a 5-game losing streak?
Yes, because it's like the most unironic ways to lose a game. Like you lose on a Hail Mary tip, and then stuff like that. It's like we just wasn't doing the right things to win at that moment.
DJ, with Caleb being so good at making plays today, I mean, just for him to identify where his hots are, what kind of responsibility is that on the receivers to make sure you guys are synced up?
Just being on the same page, knowing the game plan, where his hots are, who's the hot on which play. We had multiple, and everybody was on their jobs today, so it made it easy for me.
What about Caleb as far as his big picture development? You're going to be here for a long time playing with him. What are you seeing in that right now?
That his confidence is through the roof. He's understanding all the game plans through and through. So to see him go out there and just be able to play quarterback like he wants to, and I mean, it's amazing to see.
You finally got a good breakup with the onside kick, thinking that finally something's going to break the Bears' ways. Was that kind of the attitude on the sideline that we're going to get one here?
Yeah, I kept saying just one time, please, and yeah, we got it, and then obviously we didn't, do enough offensively there when we first got the ball, and you never want to put it in their hands at the end of the game. So just unfortunate, but again, proud of the way the guys we fought today, and the result's the result, and it hurts, and we've had quite a bit of heartbreaking games now. I don't think we're a bad team by any means. It's just unfortunate the way that the 3 games I can think of have kind of gone the way.
Hey, Alan, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to hop on my phone. I'll be right back.
You kind of
Okay.
3 losses in such kind of crushing ways, in different ways each time.
Yeah, I don't even know how, it's tough. It's tough, but you just got to take it 1 week at a time, and that's kind of how you have to approach it. And when things just aren't going your way, you just got to put your head down and just keep going to work. And it's not easy to do, but that's kind of just where we're at this point.
We talked during the week about the Vikings blitz and how everybody had to be prepared for that. It seemed
Yeah.
like the offense was in control.
Yeah, I thought we handled it pretty well. Caleb did a pretty good job for his first time going against Flores, and that's not an easy task as a rookie. And sure there were some things that I'm sure he would say he'd want to clean up. I think kind of thinking back to the first half, but I mean, all in all, to operate the way he did was pretty impressive. And It was good to be able to do what we did. I thought in the screen game was really well with DJ and getting the ball out and kind of Caleb knowing where the hots were in certain scenarios and just kind of trusting the plan. So I thought all in all it was really good. Thomas put a really good game plan together, I thought, and so I thought all in all it was a pretty good outing out there for the offense.
Did Caleb have some of his best throws in this game, especially early, the back-to-backs that he made?
Yeah, I'd say some of those are a little risky if you're asking me, but
First.
What's up, everybody? Can y'all hear me out there? Alan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. All right, hold on, y'all. Yo. What's up, everybody? This is G Walker, one half of the CNG podcast.
And I'm CJ, the other half of the CNG podcast.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's G Walker, the CNG podcast.
This is Alan from the CNG podcast.
Man, bro, we had another tough game, man. Another tough game. Another tough loss. Before we get into our player grade for players and coaches, Alan, what was your thoughts of the game? Let me know if it's too loud in here. Anybody, if the music is too loud, sound effects, let us know. If it's good, let me know. All right.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. That's better?
G.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Dang. Hold on. Man, that shit went out again.
Turn your mic off. Turn your camera off.
Went out again. Yeah, man, the game was can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
okay, the game, man, it was really good, man. I just think we got to clean some things up, man. We still got too many penalties. Really, man, the coaching aspect of the game is what we're failing at, but I don't think we can fix that. That's just something we just gonna have to deal with to the end of the season. I think the coaching has slid over to Coach Hightower. The special teams has become a Achilles heel. You can't fix the kicker at this time. And the fact that you didn't fix the offensive line as far as blocking the field goal, you didn't fix that. You try that Pryor ass back out there again when he's the weak link on the damn kick on the field goal team. So you don't need a big guy in the middle of field goal team. You need a strong guard. So you could put the guy we got on the practice squad, or you could have pulled one of the guys off in the practice squad to put in for that position. You need stout guys inside on special teams. You don't need big guys like that can't move and mechanical. So I just think Hightower really dropped the ball this week with his poor adjustments. And it's just, we can't fix everything.
What's going on, everybody? The CNG podcast just came in here, man. We gonna get into it. My thoughts on the game is this. We keep beating ourselves, man. Like, we keep beating ourselves, whether it's special teams, whether it's a guy that's been paid the #1 corner money and he can't guard Jalen Johnson. He can't guard Justin Jefferson. You know what I mean? Or it's the guy, Devontae Carter, who's on the punt return team. Out of all the times he's punted the ball, you know what I mean? Now the time in the division game, he want to let the ball hit him. It's just stupid stuff. Time after time again. CJ, you eat, man. You gotta turn the camera off, big dog. We got Marshawn saying Thanksgiving game coming up. We should be 8-2 or 9-1 against the Lions. Yeah, we should have a better record, man. We should have a better record. We definitely should have a better record, man. Shout out to Marshawn coming in here, man. We appreciate you coming in here. But all right, this is our player. This is our player coaches episode, player grades. So we're not gonna hold you guys any longer. We're gonna get right to it. Hold on. We got the first person we're gonna talk about right here. This kid right here. We all decided to give Caleb Williams an A, man. We talked about this before we got in here. We talked about who we're gonna get a grade to. And we got to give a grade to the rookie quarterback with the second week for this new offensive coordinator, cooking again. Man, Caleb Williams gets an A for coming back. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I actually turned the game off. Shout out to our guy, Darcy News Podcast, man, Detroit Lions News Podcast, that hit me up and was like, you turned the game off? I said, man, I turned the game off. We was losing. It was under 2 minutes. And we came back and put it into overtime. So I look up, Caleb just drove us down 2 times, scored a touchdown. Keenan Allen caught a touchdown, put us in field goal range to tie the game. So this kid gets an A from me, man. We all decided to give him an A. What's going on, champ? We got one comment. I don't know why they won't fire Matt Eberpuss. Hey, you know the Chicago Bears are cheap. So, Allen, what did Caleb Williams do that was so great to make you want to give him an A, man?
Well, the fact that he played hero ball the last quarter of the game, he started giving me Captain Comeback vibes. So he plays well under stress, man. And yesterday was a stressful environment, and he really showed his testament of being a moxie quarterback. Like, he just showed a lot of moxie. So I'm gonna give him an A, and I know we looked at it. I don't know what else you could give him, man. I mean, that last sack he took is one thing, but he just played a great game, you ask me.
Yeah, man, he played a great game, and I'm gonna get to some of his stats too from that game. We got Marshawn said we let another game slip. We should have beaten the Vikings. Where's the Bears secondary at? Tyreek Stephen, what happened to him? Jordan Addison and T.J. Hawkinson was shredding our defense badly. Matt Eberflus didn't do no adjustments at all. Get rid of him now. Yeah, he was in prevent, bro. He was in prevent, and he let Nick Mullins come in there and have a Nick Mullins legacy game, bro, on that 3rd and 12. It was crazy, man. This dude came in with one goddamn pass and completed it, bro, and gutted us, man. So we got Marshawn again and said Caleb Williams is our franchise quarterback. He is him. Yeah, and I'm gonna bring up some stats to back that up too. This is one of the stats right here. Hold on, y'all. Get rid of the comment right here. List of quarterbacks with 300 plus yards with 2 touchdowns and no turnovers against the Vikings in 2024. He is a rookie, ladies and gentlemen. He is a rookie. He is a rookie, man. This is the only quarterback to throw over 300 yards with 2+ touchdowns and no interception against the team that blitzes the most. Allen, when you see this right here, what's your thoughts when you see this right here, man?
I give him the ability to make himself better every game. Every game he has gotten better. He's had some slip-ups, but we got to remember, man, he's a rookie. But now with the coach in place, that lets you know that the offense has become simpler. So, and I hate to use that because sometimes people think, well, he can't handle a lot. It's not more so that, it's more so of playing faster. Like, he's played faster, he's recognizing things, and we all know that Minnesota blitzes everybody and the cheerleaders. So Minnesota really puts a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So for him to have that type of game last week lets everybody know that he can take things in real time. So he's our quarterback going for the next 15 years.
All right, CJ, make sure you set us around, CJ. But CJ, we didn't get your take on this, man. We all agreed that Caleb Williams got an A, man. What was so impressive about Caleb Williams that you decided to give him an A as well?
I think I was reading the last game against Minnesota. I mean, as much as they blitzed him, I thought he did pretty good. You know, as much as they blitzed him, as much as they came after him, he still threw for over 300 yards. You know, and he still threw for a touchdown. So I thought he did an excellent job.
Yeah, me too. What's up to the Bears Den podcast? I got Andy right here. He says he gives Caleb Williams an A. If not for CW, we would not have been in the game. And this is for all you people. I hope this Justin Fields thing is going away, man. This is the third or fourth time that Caleb Williams this year has put his team in position to win a game in the fourth quarter. He's done it multiple times at this point. So let's just stop bringing up Justin Fields. I know I just did it right now, but if anybody's in here that's thinking that Justin Fields can touch this kid as a rookie, knock it off, man. Knock it off. But we got more stats from that game from Caleb Williams. I'm going to bring them up right here. Hold on. Let me read this. And he's the franchise leader in passing yards right now, man. What do y'all got to say about that? I know the bar is low. I know it's low. But how do y'all feel about it? He's kind of living up to the expectations, right, Alan?
Yeah. Obviously, G. Walker and CJ, that he's living up to what we said he was going to be. He's our franchise quarterback, and it's not a lot for him to stand beside of, but it's all small victories. Like I said last week, that's a feather in his cap. He could probably get about 3,300 yards by the end of the year. I want him to get about 20 touchdowns. He's at 11 now, so I would like him to get somewhere in the 20s in touchdowns. And I think he can set the bar really high for the next guy if we're around to see it, you know?
Yeah, because this is what Caleb Williams did against the fourth-ranked defense. CJ, 68% completion percentage, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 103.1. Only took 2 sacks. This was the best game Caleb has played as a pro. CJ, man, we can't talk about this guy enough, man, about what he's done as a rookie, man. But this is the 4th-ranked defense in the 4th. So what do you think about this, CJ?
You know, like I said, I thought Caleb Williams did a great job, and the numbers right there show it. I thought he did a great job against the blitz, and he's been doing a good job against the blitz all year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
right, and here it is. Yeah, go ahead, C.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and the fact that he pretty much got the Bears back into that game against Minnesota, that was more impressive to see.
Yeah, because it said this was against the top blitz defense in NFL. 30 for 44, 303 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. 32 rushing yards. The future's bright, man. Look like we got our quarterback. We got the Bears Den podcast. JF rookie stats are not even close to CW. Anyone that thinks that JF1 is better than doesn't know football. Yeah, and they haven't been watching, man. They haven't been watching. But let's keep it moving. I think we had another one more Caleb Williams stat, man, and then we're gonna get to the next player on his list. This comment. So this is Caleb Williams versus the Blitz, his last 2 games, everybody. This is his stats. 86.2 completion rate, 276 yards, 4 big-time throws, 0 turnover-worthy plays. This kid is legit, man. And this is something we saw early in the season, Alan, when he was beating the blitz. And we talked about it on the earlier show, like he was just beating the blitz, even with Shane Waldron as his offensive coordinator. So when you see this, Alan, what sticks out to most about his ability to know what's coming, his ability to get rid of the ball quick?
Anticipation. He anticipates his throws really well. If you seen in the game where he threw the ball to Keenan Allen, do y'all remember when Keenan Allen dropped that pass? I think it's to the left side when they were driving, and he turned around and the ball was inside his catch radius. And I was like, come on, Keenan, you got to catch that, man. Like, I think it hit Keenan so fast, he didn't recognize that it was going to get there that fast. So that's why I was telling y'all early in the year, man, I believe he's ahead of the curve and he's ahead of his receivers as far as where they should be on the field. That's why that's kind of like a key point. Keenan's got to get his head around and make that catch, because Caleb is anticipating him being right there at the boundary. You got to get there. You got to be on time, because he's going to throw to a spot on the field. So that's why I was like, he's going to go far in this league, man, because of his anticipation for where a receiver should be. You got to throw the spots in the NFL. You can't put it on people's numbers in the NFL like that. You got to anticipate that they're going to be where they're supposed to be.
And I agree, man. I agree because he's going nuts against the blitz. So you got to give him a checkpoint. You got to give him a check against the blitz. He's money. Anticipation, money. Back shoulder throw so far, money. Able to pick up with a new offensive coordinator after one got fired, money. You can just start checking off the boxes that Caleb Williams has done in a short amount of time. That's proven you every week that he's the franchise quarterback, man. No interceptions in the past three games. No fumbles. You know, accurate throws, 86% completion rate against the blitz. This is the makings of a franchise quarterback, everybody. But we can sit up here all day and talk about Caleb Williams, but let's keep it moving. We got one comment. Got the Bears Den podcast again saying the throw to Swift, the dart to DJ, and the tight window throws tell you everything you need to know. Plus, when he took out the OT sack, the overtime sack, you could see it on his face. He knew he messed up. Yeah, man, Caleb Williams seems to know everything where he's supposed to be. Like he's just been the man growing to what Thomas Brown needs him to do every week, man. So I think his arrow continues to go up the rest of the season with Thomas Brown as offensive coordinator. But all right, let's move on. That's enough about Caleb Williams. Now, Allen. Now, when you told me you wanted to give DJ Moore A, I kind of was looking at you a little funny, man. So I'm gonna let you explain this one right here, big dog.
Well, you know I be on DJ, man. You know I do, man. But I had to be quality today, man, because I don't be personal with the guys like Forrest. Like I hold a grudge against a player. He does stuff I don't like, but I gotta give him where he got credit is due. The one thing he was reliable on Sunday. 7 targets, 7 catches. That tells me that you are reliable and you where you supposed to be when Caleb needs you to be there. So you got to give him an A because Caleb got an A. You know what I'm saying? So I can't take anything away from DJ because he played a solid game. He had over 100 yards and he had a touchdown. He just did his job, man, and he was reliable. You got to be reliable. And he showed the ability to stay engaged in the game.
I love it, man. CJ, what do you think about the A right here for DJ Moore, CJ?
I agree with it.
Y'all got to make sure y'all turn y'all mic up just a little bit, man, so I can hear y'all. I can't really hear y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with it. That DJ Moore deserves an A, at least in the last game. He was engaged. He was catching the ball. He was getting open. So DJ was doing pretty much everything that we were asking of him to do in the last game.
Yeah, you know what? And I can't disagree, man. I don't know about an A. An A is strong, but like Allen said, he was reliable. He was there when you needed him. It was a screen pass, and Caleb threw that screen pass on the left side for that touchdown to DJ Moore so fast. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Caleb Williams threw that ball that way with a screen pass the whole season. That was the fastest I think I saw him throw a screen pass this year, and it was money for a touchdown. So the fact that him and Caleb Williams was on the same page yesterday, the fact that they, seem like they are getting over their frustration with each other, I'm a ride with Allen and give him an A2, man. Let's see if we got any comments. We got the Bears Den podcast. He said Brown made an effort to put the ball in his hands with handoff as well. Yeah, he keeps putting DJ in the backfield to get him ready. Like, if anybody that plays sports, whether you're a basketball player, a football player, baseball, you have to do things in a game that you have to do to get your body loose. So Thomas Brown is getting his legs loose, getting his body ready. So when he needs to call on him for a screen pass for a touchdown or any type of thing, you got to get the athlete body ready. You know what I mean, Allen? Like, you got to get him some touches early so he can be there later, right?
Yeah, and another thing too, you don't want to pigeonhole your best offensive player. Today's NFL, you can't just put a guy out there at the X or the Y. You got to be able to move him around so the defense has to adapt. And so when you're moving him in the backfield, you're trying to get him lined up on a linebacker. So if you get him on a linebacker, that's going to be a money throw. So those are the things you got to do, and then you can set up different things. You remember the quarterback pass. You know, DJ probably could have had a touchdown pass on that throw, but I think the defensive back got his head around just in time. So you got to make the player expand his role as far as trying to keep himself open, so you can't double team him or bracket coverage and stuff like that. You got to move a guy around. So that's what DJ brings to an offense. So those are the things that we got going forward with DJ with a creative offensive mind.
Man, I totally agree. CJ, did you speak on DJ Moore already, or what's your take, man?
I think he definitely deserves an A for last game.
All right.
I felt like he showed up. He did what he was supposed to do.
I agree. We're gonna keep it moving, man, because people on lunch breaks and everything. We got to be respectful. We got to keep it moving. But Marshawn says finally Cole Kmet was involved, and we decided to give Cole Kmet a B. I'm gonna give Cole Kmet a B. He could have had an A, but I think there was one pass that he dropped that we needed. There was a money throw on third down, and we didn't get it.
Yeah,
but he came up clutch. Yeah. He came up clutch when Caleb needed him the most on that last catch for us to get the ball, to kick it, to go into overtime to get that field goal. So solid game by Cole Kmet. Didn't lose his confidence when he dropped the pass. Caleb didn't lose his trust in him when he did it, and he went right back to him when the time was granted for him to go back to Cole Kmet. So CJ, we gave him a B, and what do you think he deserves a B for?
I think he deserves it just by being there, just being ready to catch the football. Even though he dropped that ball on a third down in the fourth quarter, he came back and redeemed himself. I think he made like 3 straight catches after that. So I thought that was getting Cole going at the end there. It was real good to see. It was real good to see that connection still there between him and Caleb. So yeah, I definitely think he deserved a B for that.
Alan, you gave him a B too, man. What was most impressive about Cole Kmet yesterday that gave him a B, man? You know what I mean?
Well, I think he had.
Why you didn't get an A? Why you didn't give him an A?
No, I can't give him an A because he had some plays that cost us. But I'm gonna give him a B too, because at least he made the effort to get back in the game and make his plays to be best he could. He also kept Minnesota from double teaming DJ. He was running strong routes, and he was taking the linebackers out of places where they could stay underneath. If y'all notice, Caleb was throwing the ball over the linebackers, but that's because Cole Kmet was controlling the middle of the field. So those wide receivers had lanes and windows to run in because Cole Kmet was running hard routes. So that's what it means when you run your route like you're going to get the ball, because that design gets everybody open across the middle or behind that linebacker.
Man, I love it. Then we got the Bears Den podcast said his drop was a backbreaker. Got to catch that. Yeah, man, we needed that, man. This team has yet to play a complete game against a good team to win a game. So every time we play against a bad team, we win them. But when we play against a good team, we just suck, man. So, yeah. Alan, we all decided to give DeAndre Swift a B, man. Why you want to give him a B, big dog? And anybody in the comment section can come up with their player grades. I know we got our player grades, but if you in here right now, give us your player grades as we go along with the show. But Alan, we gave him a B, man. Why?
Well, man, because, man, he was there for him in the passing game. I mean, DeAndre Swift is not one of those guys that he's going to give you everything on the run game, because sometimes some teams are just going to stack the box and make Caleb throw man. But he's one of those guys, if you get him matched up on somebody, he's fast enough, he gets behind pretty much anybody in the league. So he's a good catch, good running back with good hands, soft hands. Yeah, I feel like, man, he's one of those guys. He reminds me of Neil Anderson a little bit with his ability to catch the football down the field, not a 5-yard out or a 10. He can catch 10, 30-yard gains away from the line of scrimmage. So he's a good quality running back.
Yeah, man, we got to give him a B, man, because it was that one play on the sideline. Caleb threw that sideline pass on a rope to him. DeAndre Swift didn't give up. He was looking for it one time. It wasn't there. He turned around another time, and he looked up and he kept going. He did not give up on the route. He did not give up on his quarterback. We needed that right there. That set us up for our first score of the game. DeAndre Swift gets a B because he probably didn't get the rushes that he wanted to get, but, man, he came through with a clutch catch that we needed to score, let us score our first possession of the game. So, CJ, we gave him a B. So what's your thoughts on DeAndre Swift before we get to the next person?
Yeah, I thought he was very good in the passing game, catching the football and getting yards. So I think that, if he does that well in the game, yeah, he definitely deserves a B. But that type of presence in the game.
Right.
Now the running game may have not been so great, and that's okay. At least Caleb was throwing the ball around and getting Swift involved. So that's all pretty much the Bears need. They just need to move the chains. So yeah,
right.
Swift doing that against Minnesota was pretty good. So yeah, I think the B is a well deserved grade.
Yeah, me too. All right, let's keep it moving. We got Keenan out here with a C. Look, man, I'm giving Keenan Allen a C, man, because sometimes he's clutch and sometimes he's not. Speaking of, I can remember a play specifically where it was a 2-point conversion. A lot of people were on the fence with this 2-point conversion. A lot of people didn't agree with it. I was one of the ones that agreed with it. I think Allen said he was one of the ones that agreed with the 2-point conversion. Caleb threw the ball to a spot, and Keenan Allen did not get to that spot. So the 2-point conversion did not count. And I thought that, one, it should never went to him. That should have went to Rome. Then Keenan Allen had a drop pass, too, that was clutch that he's supposed to have on the fourth down, and it completely bobbed his hands. But there were times in the game where if it wasn't for Keenan Allen, we wouldn't have been in that game at all. So since he had such a mixed bag of a game, we got to give Keenan Allen a C. So, CJ, do you agree with the C we gave him?
I'm leaning more of a C plus. I'm looking more around for a C plus.
All right.
I don't know if his ankle's still bothering him or something. He like he's still playing hurt.
All right. Man, we're going to get into some defensive players right now. We did the offense. We did Cole Kmet. We did DeAndre Swift. We did Keenan Allen. We did DJ Moore. We did the offense, man. The guys that had an impact on offense. But let's get into the defensive side of the ball with these player grades, man. But let's see if we got any comments. No, in the comments yet. So, CJ, man, me, Allen, and you was in the private chat. We was like, man, we got to give Kyler Gordon an A, man. The dude was everywhere, man. He's flying around, smacking balls, batting balls down. It just seems like when the game and you need Kyler Gordon to make a play as a corner that can blitz, that can get there, Kyler Gordon is a special talent. So what do you think about Kyler Gordon yesterday?
I thought you played one of his best games yesterday. For him to evolve into this type of player, it's a beautiful thing, man. The fact that you have a DB that can do so much like him and cover and tackle, get good important tackles at the time when you need him. Man, he's a heck of a player, man. So I definitely think he deserves an A. I thought his game against Minnesota was probably the best I ever seen him play.
Wow, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot because he's had some great games before, and then he's dealing with injuries. He's been back a couple of weeks. This is like the best game he's had since he's been healthy this season, and it showed, man. Like when we didn't have him, we looked bad. When we got him back, he looked like a guy that we need on our team all the time, man. So I think it's because of him we were in that game. He had some timely pass breakups. You know what I mean? He was all over the field, man. So shout out to him for playing in coverage. Shout out to him for getting there to the blitz, even though he didn't get a sack. But shout out to this guy being Spider Gordon. and coming through when we needed him the most, man. So let's keep it moving with our next player grade. All right, what's up, Marshawn? Marshawn said I didn't agree with the 2-point conversion. Should have kicked the field goal. Yeah, man, a lot of people was not feeling the 2-point conversion, man. I mean, we got Craig. Shout out to Craig. He's not in here. Craig was visibly upset about that. But, you know, to each his own, man. I like the 2-point conversion because you want to put your team in a position to grow their confidence when it's time to have a 2-point conversion. Because I think they completed the 2-point conversion. See, did they complete one yesterday?
I can't remember if they did or not.
Right. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Our next player is Javon Dexter, man. I saw Javon Dexter getting pressures, getting hurries, helping, every man. He was pushing the offensive lineman back, man. He was solid, man. I think he played his best game of the season. Anytime you hear somebody's name constantly keep popping up in a game, that lets you know that they're having a good game. So sometimes they have the bad game too, their name constantly being brought up. But I think this was a game where he had a good game, man. I don't think he had a sack, but I definitely think his presence was felt enough for us to win that game. So, CJ, what do you think about Javon Dexter's play, man?
Yeah, man, against Minnesota, I thought he played very well. We even talked about the Bears needing to get more pressure, from the front four. I thought they did that a little bit in the second half. But, it was just too late.
Yeah, I agree, man. I just think he deserves a B. He looks in shape. He looks faster, too. Like, he was getting to it, man. So let's keep him going. This is one of the ones that Alan wanted to talk about. TJ Edwards, we decided to give him a B+, man. He was tackling. He was getting to it. So, CJ, what do you have to say about TJ Edwards, man?
I thought he was pretty active. Against Minnesota. He was getting tackled. He was getting pressure on the quarterback. So I really thought that TJ Edwards showed up against Minnesota, because I really haven't seen him show up like that this season.
Yeah, man. I just thought he was being the guy that we paid all that money to, man. He was getting his tackles. He was being everywhere he needed to be. He was being a leader on defense. He was just getting to it, man, and he did damn hammer had a flawless game. So TJ Edwards, man, they're going to have to pay him soon because the price is going to keep going up. So I know he's under a deal right now. We got him for cheap on a 3-year deal. But going forward, man, this is probably one of the guys we're going to have to keep, man, just for us to keep our team intact, our defense intact, so we can stay where we're at and get better with these veteran players. But we going to get to our first F of the player grade episode. JJ. Hold on, we got a comment from Channing Keller. What's going on, Channing? He says Caleb is getting better every game. He's going to be great. Yeah, man, he's not the problem. Caleb Williams proves to us that he's not the problem. Whether it's firing Shane Waldron, Eberflus having challenges he shouldn't be making, players making drops, players fumbling the ball on punt returns, kickers can't kick field goals, offensive line can't block to get field goals. Caleb Williams is not the problem, bro. He's probably been a rookie that he's probably been our best player outside of maybe who's been our best player besides Caleb? DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift and Caleb Williams might be our best players on offense this season so far. All right, well, we get to our first F of our player grade episode is Jalen Johnson. CJ, this dude, and I told everybody this, I don't want to see JJ on nobody's podcast. I don't want to hear JJ on nobody's show because you played like absolutely ass cheeks yesterday, bro. When you first got your first taste of a number one wide receiver, he wet the bed. Pass interference after pass interference, bro. He was a reason why we lost this game. He deserves an F. He should have played better, and he was not. He was getting burnt. But every time I took, he was getting destroyed, man. So, CJ, what are your thoughts about Jalen Johnson yesterday? Why he got an F?
Yeah, he definitely didn't play well, and I can see it coming. Minnesota's wide receivers are very, very, very they're very good in getting to their spot of catching the football and getting separation. So I already knew JJ was gonna have a problem. You know, he's not very good in covering from behind. JJ does not have the speed to stick with a Jefferson or a Addison. So yeah, I mean, I definitely seen the struggle coming, but yeah, he did not look good against Minnesota at all.
Yeah, man, he did not look good, man. It's like they picked on him, and every penalty that they called against Jalen Johnson, he deserved it, man. Every time they showed the replay, he was grabbing, he was tugging, he was getting smoked, man. There's no excuse for a guy that's so openly, verbal about everything else. And I hope when he gets his chance to talk about the loss, that he keeps it real about how he played, because he's always talking about everybody else and what's not going right. But right now, man, the egg is on you, bro. You get an F for your effort yesterday. So let's keep it moving. The next person on our list is, I think, Tyreek Stevenson, man. We gave him a D because we got Marshawn saying Tyreek Stevenson grade should be an F. We gave him a D. So, CJ, why do you think we gave him a D, man? What was so bad about Tyreek Stevenson yesterday, man, that we was like, you know what? He's not getting an F, but he deserves a D.
I don't know where he was yesterday, man. It was like he was a no-show. The only time you heard his name is when they were getting penalties. That's the only time you heard his name when he was getting flagged out there. And that's another thing that the Bears gotta do. They gotta all the penalties and stuff gotta stop, man. The Bears gotta be more disciplined.
Right. And I agree, man. The penalties are killing us. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much gonna be the Bears' problem. They gotta be more disciplined when it comes to the penalties.
Yeah, man. It just comes down to.
That's what made the defense look so bad, man. Yeah, Stevenson definitely deserves a D or F. I mean, either grade don't matter to me. D, F, he deserves it.
It's just coming down to this, man. For us, for a lot of people in the fan base that were saying that the secondary was our best skill set group, and we wanted to see it against a good team, bro. And they absolutely did not look like the best skill group on this team as far as that secondary, man. JJ looked like trash. Tyreek Stevenson looked like trash. Like, they supposed to be the best unit on this team, and they did not look like it at all, man. And the only reason why I think I gave him a D was because he didn't look as bad as Jalen Johnson. Now, it might be more footage out there. I didn't see a lot, but he just wasn't as bad as JJ. I think JJ had his worst game by far of the season, man. When he got challenged to be the number one corner on his team, he sucked, man. Stevenson, I don't know. It's like he lost his mojo since he did that stupid shit against the Commanders game, and he ain't been the same since, man. I mean, he's getting burnt all up and down the field. I don't know if he's going through an injury or he lost his confidence, or he might be getting traded soon. I mean, not traded soon, but something's going on with Tyreek Stevenson that this is not the player that we saw last season coming to this season to be a Pro Bowler. He does not like that player at all, man. I think he just lost his confidence, man. Shannon said, Stevenson to the Bears and the GOAT to the Cubs, a curse. Yeah, he's getting there, man. Like, he's completely falling off, man. Like, you curse yourself against that Commanders game. Marshawn said Johnson and Stevenson are better than this. Pitiful. Yeah, man. Once they got some real wide receivers that they had to go against, they was toast, bro. Addison got busy. Jefferson got busy on their watch. It's crazy, man. But we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna get to our next person right here. I think this is. Hold on, everybody. Oh, we get into the coaches. We get into the coaches. So we got our first coach with his first grade right here, Thomas Brown, man. For the second week in a row, Thomas Brown has shown us that he not only has great skill set as the offensive coordinator, but he also might have potential as a head coach. From his quotes to how he's game planning, from him sitting up high in the suites, so he can see the field with Caleb Williams. From him getting his team preparing, saying there's no attaboys on this team. We lost the game. There are no moral victories. And the second game in a row with Caleb Williams, he's made Caleb Williams look like the Caleb Williams that he looked at in college, bro. Thomas Brown has came out here and said he's going to coach to player strengths. I do not play. I can always adjust. And the fact that we put up about 600 yards in the past 2 games with Thomas Brown as our offensive coordinator, and we had 2 chances to win games with him as our offensive coordinator, he gets an A for every reason that I stated up here but right now, and even more. So shout out for Thomas Brown for resurrecting this offense, getting these guys ready to play, and keeping us in games, knowing situational football, high football IQ from Thomas Brown, man. So, CJ, with all that being said, I know I went on for a while. What do you think about Thomas Brown?
Man, there's nothing bad I can say about him. I mean, he has the Bears offense looking great again. Guys are catching the football. Guys are making plays. So that's all Bear fans want to see moving forward, was the Bears offense evolving into something great that we knew they can evolve into. But man, shout out to Thomas Jones. I'm sorry, Thomas Brown. Shout out to him, man, because he got this Bears offense looking good again. There's nothing negative I can say about this guy.
I gotta agree. We got Shannon Keller right here saying Mr. Brisker. Maybe that's the key. I mean, we can say that, man. Maybe it is. You know, there's a team game. I'm not gonna put it past it. They probably do miss Brisker out there, and that's fine. But excuses, man. We all got them, bro. Marshawn says Thomas Brown deserves an A. The rest of the Kurtz coaches deserves Fs. Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Marshawn. We got you covered right here, bro, because the next person on our list is, you already know who it is. Eberflus. Bro, you get an F. Sorry, you get an F for challenging the call that you shouldn't have challenged on the catch that we all saw, at least me personally, that the dude was in bounds. This man team continues to show at some point the lack of focus, and that's coming from their head coach. I cannot wait for this man to be off our team as a head coach, man. We have to get Caleb Williams away from Matt Eberflus, bro, because he will not be able to survive this man, bro. Everything around the team is starting to look better and perform better because of the offensive coordinator. The defense is starting to give up more points. It's just getting bad, man. Now that the offense is getting it together, now it seems like the defense, they don't know what to do anymore. So, and then he does a lot of conservative things. I can't believe he didn't call for the right defense. Hold on, CJ. He didn't call for the right defense when Nick Mullins got in the game. Nick Mullins had a legacy game versus the Chicago Bears and completed 1 pass. If y'all saw that on the 3rd and 12. How was that even possible? How was that possible to let a guy come off the bench who hasn't played football I don't know how long complete a money down against your hits principal defense? It's bullshit. It's bullshit, man, and he has to go. We got gashed on so many 3rd downs. Linebackers too far up, too far back. Safeties too far up. Corners not up, pressing far. It's just terrible, man. So, CJ, he gets an F. Please give me your reason why we give Matt Eberflus an F, man.
Man, if you look at that defense against Minnesota, that tells you right there. Look at the defense against Minnesota. That was the worst defense that I've seen this year against Minnesota. Now, don't get me wrong, Minnesota has a pretty good offense, but man, the Bears' defense was a no-show. A no-show. Yeah, we saw some pressure from the front four, but that's about it. We saw a sack here and there, but that's about it. This supposed to be your defensive coach. I would have seen a little bit more better defense being played against Minnesota than what I seen Sunday. That was crazy.
Yeah, man, this is time for him to go, bro. His conservative play calling, his lack of killer instinct, his lack of focus, his lack of being a gambling man when he shouldn't be a gambling man. Like I said, I didn't disagree with the 2-point conversion, but there was a lot of stuff during that game where I saw that this team is how he is as a coach is starting to bleed through the rest of the team. And we have to get that out of this building before it gets to Caleb Williams. because we won't see the best version of Caleb Williams until we see Matt Eberflus gone, man, and that's a fact. So we got Shannon right here saying Eberflus is going after Thanksgiving, man. I hope he's gone because he's not the guy, man. The man is 0-18 on the road. The man woke up for Sundays after Sundays and just lost on the road, getting on a private jet and just losing on the road every Sunday. It doesn't make any sense, man. This dude might be the worst coach in Chicago Bears history, bro. It's the culture he built, like I said, is bullshit. Like, we all bought into it because we have to give this man a chance. The Hens principles, the team, buying into him. Everybody deserves that at first glance when you hire somebody new. But we don't see that anymore, man. But once the losses start to pile up, what does your philosophy mean? What does it mean when the losses start to pile up? You could be the greatest coach in the world, but when your losses start to be more than your wins, players are not going to buy into that shit no more, man. It's just time for him to go, bro. He did it. He tried, but he should never been hired in the first place. All right, we're going to keep it moving with our next coach grade is Hightower, the special teams coach. CJ, for back-to-back weeks, we've seen field goals get blocked. We've seen DeAndre Carter get in the way of a point, should have moved out of the way. It's something in this team that is brooding turnovers, that is brooding penalties, that is breeding missing field goals. These guys are not in the film room enough to understand what's going on with the offensive line, their special teams. He gets an F because the same thing that got us blocked the field goal against Green Bay to win a game, it cost us again against the Vikings. If we hit that field goal, we win that game against the Vikings by 3 points. He gets an F for not having his team prepared, for not having his special teams players moved around, who's supposed to be up there blocking. He gets an F, CJ. So what do you think about this before we get out of here?
Yeah, I thought special teams looked the worst out of everything from Minnesota. You talking about another field goal block? That was crazy. The kickers are not making field goals. I don't know, man. They got to get that corrected.
Yeah, man, they got to go, bro. It's just.
Yeah, man. No. I was gonna say no. The Bears just gotta get that corrected, man. The special teams they didn't look too good against Minnesota. Hopefully they get that corrected for the next game.
Man, I agree, man. So, with that being said, everybody, this is our CNG Podcast Player Grade post game show. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you follow us on Facebook, X, YouTube. You can go back and check out the playbook. We might be back here for a post-game show on Thanksgiving. I'm not sure. Me and CJ, we have to talk about it. We're going to come through and give you guys a post-game show. We did it last year. Shouldn't be nothing. Everybody's probably sitting around bored after eating all that turkey and dressing and everything. So a post-game show, I think we probably do it. CJ, what do you think about a post-game show after Thanksgiving, big dog?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
You heard the CNG Podcast say we'll talk about it, man. Depending on how we feel. But I am G Walker, one half of the CNG Podcast.
I'm CJ, the other half of the CNG Podcast.
And Channing is our Facebook follower. Thank you for coming through today, Channing, with the comments, man. We appreciate it. It says, many bye after Thanksgiving, plenty of time to change coaches. Our luck, we beat the shit out of the Lions and saved Flus for another game. Hey, man. We got to see. We saw McCaskey. One more thing. McCaskey was out there with the people that was tailgating, man. People can say what they want to say about George McCaskey, but he will get out there and talk to the fans, bro. And I'm pretty sure they were telling that man, hey, you need to fire that head coach. And I'm pretty sure he took that in. And, Matt Eberflus is on walking. He's on borrowed time, man. He's a dead man walking. And the fact that we got stuff here, I'm not going to feel a bit bad about Matt Eberflus leaving, man. We got our franchise quarterback. We got our running back. We still got wide receivers. We still got Roma Dunze, Cole Kmet. We still got a pretty good defense. They might be getting down this year, you know what I'm saying? And we still got the draft. And if Ryan Poles is going to be here, because think about this, people. The better Caleb Williams play, the narrative will change for Ryan Poles keeping his job. Because he hit on Caleb Williams. So even though he's missed on Claypool, he's probably missed on not fixing that offensive line in 3 years, maybe not fixing the trenches as fast as we want him to. But the fact that he came out here and drafted Caleb Williams, and he's looking like that guy, I think Ryan Poles' job is going to be safe the better that Caleb Williams play. CJ, what do you think about that, man?
I agree. You know, as long as Caleb Williams is playing well, I think Poles ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, me too, man. Because I was 80% no about keeping him, but I'm starting to feel like I'm 65% yes to keeping him, just because the quarterback is a hit. You know, he picked the perfect kid, the perfect quarterback to build his team around. So you got to get credit for that, man. Ryan Poles has to get credit for that. It is what it is, and he still got a draft. We still got our first pick. We got 2 second rounds picks. I think we got a third and a fourth, a bunch of stuff, and we still got a cap space to keep building this team with a potential franchise quarterback. So the narrative is going to change, and you still got Thomas Brown here as the offensive coordinator. Hey, man, Ryan Poles might be here. Pick another coach, man. But we'll see how Kevin Warren feels about that. But with that being said, we got Shannon right here saying, great show, guys. Take care and bear down. We appreciate you coming in here, bro. Whether you're on your lunch break or you off, we appreciate it. But with that being said, we gone. Peace.